I think the skirmishing department of Suebi is overshadowed by the Cimbri bowwomen, and not rightly so, because there are a lot of other good skirmishing options available to Suebi that you don't need to have a DLC in order to use. The Germanic Youths is one such unit with a decent amount of armor and 60% chance to block incoming missiles. Here we're going to test them against Thracian Skirmishers, and Thracian Skirmishers are more expensive, they have more missile damage, but their shields are just not quite as good as the shields of the Germanic Youths. So we'll see how these two units do against each other. The Thracian Skirmishers have less armor, the Germanic Youths have more armor but less damage. So we'll allow them to start firing at each other here, and you can see that the Thracian Skirmishers are losing more men on the first volleys than the Germanic Youths, and that is down to the armor and the very good shields of the Germanic Youths. So in a 1 versus 1 engagement, this is not a good engagement for the Thracian Skirmishers, although they have superior stats to the Germanic Youths. Now they are both out of ammunition, they're going to charge in, and the Germanic Youths have more men left in the unit, and that's going to allow them to overpower the Thracian Skirmisher unit. Looking at the melee attacks here, we have 18 versus 12, we have 24 versus 24 damage. The charge bonus of the Germanic Youths is 10, only 3 on the Thracian Skirmishers. Melee defense 35 versus 37, armor 30 versus 15, their health is the same, but there is more morale for the Thracian Skirmishers. Still, the Germanic Youths are going to win with more than half the units remaining, and that is pretty good for a unit that is 10% cheaper. Look at the kills here, just domination by the Germanic Youths. Now, trying the Germanic Youths against Cretan Archers, they are so much more expensive that we kind of need to use the same amount of funds. So 600 for the Cretans, 600 for the Germanic Germanic Youths. And I'm going to send in the Germanic Youths against the Cretan Archers and just have them trade fire. So the Cretan Archers are of course going to start firing before the Germanic Youths because they have longer range. So they will get in quite a few volleys before the Germanic Youths move into range. They're doing quite a lot of damage to the Germanic Youths, but they're also taking some damage, and they are using a lot of ammunition. Here you can see the low morale of the Germanic Youths coming into play. They only managed to kill 17 Cretan Archers. Now they're getting hammered in the back. So the Cretan Archers were able to, due to being able to fire before the Germanic Youths made it into range, the Cretan Archers are going to decimate the units of Germanic Youths quite quickly, but they are going to spend their missiles doing so. So now the Cretan Archers are out of ammunition. They spent all of their missiles on a 300 denarii unit, and now the second unit of Germanic Youths is going to have a field day destroying these Cretan Archers. That guy is not feeling too well, sitting on the ground and trying to maybe gather his guts. So the Cretan Archers lost that engagement against similarly priced, a similar amount of funds from the Germanic Skirmishers. If they're able to get in range of archers, which they essentially never should be able to, then it's going to go poorly for the archers. Let's try the Balearic Slingers, because the Balearic Slingers have shields. The Cretan Archers don't, so let's see how much of a difference the shields of the Balearic Slingers can do. Rhodian Slingers are slightly better for this, but we tried Carthage. And the Balearic Slingers are also slightly cheaper, so they will be able to start firing before, and they will take down in 3 volleys. They've only lost 3 men here, so pretty good stuff. The Balearic Slingers are also losing men, but their shield should help them stay alive for longer. The Germanic Youths are losing this engagement pretty substantially, 8 kills versus 22, so they are getting destroyed by the Balearic Slingers. The high rate of fire and the high armor penetration of the Balearic Slingers is really making itself felt, and you can see some of the same effects with using armor penetration, heavy shots on the Cretan Archers. The Cretan Archers are more effective with heavy shots in skirmishing exchanges, as long as they are able to get in range of the unit they're firing on. Heavy shot is just superior in all cases, except for when you need range. So the second unit is coming in. It's going to start firing on the Cretan archers. And there we have it. The mercenary on the mercenary Balearic slingers. The mercenary Balearic slingers are going down, and they lost. So, matched for price, Germanic skirmishers are very good units if they're able to get in range of enemy skirmishers. And if you bring these units, your enemy has a choice. He can either waste ammunition on them because they have good armor and good shields, or he can allow them to do damage to his infantry, allow them to damage to his cavalry. He can try to chase them away with infantry and cavalry, but that is of course going to cost stamina, and it's going to potentially move his units into positions that you can take advantage of. So bringing the Germanic Youths is going to allow you to counter elephants, and it's going to allow you to do a lot of damage to enemy skirmishers, and also a lot of damage to enemy infantry if you're able, especially if you're able to fire from the flanks. So give these units a go. I think the Germanic Youths and the Germanic Slingers are two very underestimated units, and until people learn just how much missile fire they can take, you will see a lot of people spend their elite missiles on these very cheap units and give you an edge in the skirmishing and then in the late game. Try them out, I think you like them. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again on the battlefield.